I want to thank you for checking out another podcast of We Ain't Scared Talk, where we ain't scared. My name is A1, and today we're going to be talking about something that has been an ongoing topic, especially in the Black community, but as of late, especially as we get closer to the NFL, or the Super Bowl, then it's kind of getting the voices are getting louder about it. So I said, you know what? We need to deal with this. I really feel like for whatever reason, Black people just are not on the same page. So I'm a little upset, and I think it's justifiable. But today's podcast topic is, why are Black people still divided on the national anthem? Why are we still divided on the national anthem? Okay. Now, I think we all know up to this point that the national anthem, the third stanza, right, of the national anthem is where the problem is, where it reads or says, "No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave." Now, this is an attack and an intentional message, right? This was during the War of 1812. Francis Scott Key, America was fighting this, and he basically was trying to intimidate slaves that might be fighting against or for their freedom. Now, yes, the national anthem for a lot of years, we didn't really study it. We didn't really look into it deeply enough to understand that this stanza was there for whatever reason. Did people sing? Did Black people, entertainers, sing this national anthem eloquently over the years? Yes, they did. But when you find out the history, more of the history, I should say, of the song, of the music, and you're educated about what its original intent was, and that was to talk about the death or the killing or the murdering of slaves, Black people, then it should be hands off. It should literally be no. It's a no-go zone. But for whatever reason, Black people are still divided. As of late, again, going back to the Super Bowl, Gladys Knight decided, you know what, she wants to sing the national anthem, which is absolutely stupid to me. This is a legend. This is a music icon who should never have agreed to do something like this. I don't care. Okay, you're desperate for money. Now, I'll even say if you're desperate, okay, be upfront about it, right? Don't play me like I'm stupid. But let me get back to my notes. I'm utterly confused. Here it is, 2019, and we still cannot get our shh together. Okay, again, the song is clearly, unequivocally, and irrefutably racist, as I've already pointed out to. So my question is, what in the hell is wrong with us? Like, for real, we can't even agree on overtly racism or overtly racist material anymore. Okay? I mean, we come up with excuses like, and Killer Mike said this, right? He was actually justifying Gladys Knight doing it. He said, well, it's good for the culture. It's a platform. It's a stage. It's money, which can help other Black people on that platform. And to me, that's BS. I think that's just a veiled excuse so you can just go up and you can get paid. Because I don't even know, what are you going to do, right? You get the bag, right? You get the check. All right. Now, how are you going to use that to help your people? I would rather you say, yeah, I want the money because I want to help the people, and tell me how beforehand. Don't just leave it out in the atmosphere, right? Don't just leave it hanging for us to just hope that you come forward to say, hey, by the way, this is what I did with the $1 million they gave me for singing the national anthem. Like I said, I was going to help Black people. I was going to help, use it towards social justice. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's just an excuse because you want to sing that song to a global audience so you can increase your music streams, invigorate your music catalog. That's it. You're just trying to revitalize your music career. Now, again, if that's what you want to do, if that's the real reason, just say it. Don't say you understand, Gladys, you understand Kaepernick and police brutality and social justice. And then in the next breath, oh, but I'm singing it anyway. Right? It's like, okay, and look, if you want to do the song because you want to do the song, just say you want to do the song because you want to get paid. Your finances are in tatters. Okay? Your restaurants are under investigation, or chicken and waffle houses. In Atlanta, or you having some financial troubles and you need the money, right? I mean, I can deal with that a lot better, but I mean, to continue to justify it, it's absurd. The shucking and the jiving and the pussyfooting around the issue. I mean, this is serious, right? It's serious. We know Big Boy is going to do it, which to me, Atlanta, I don't know. I just thought Big Boy was more conscious than that. Travis Scott, meh, I don't know. Travis Scott to me has never been the kind of artist that I felt like really gave a hooey about consciousness. But Big Boy for certain, I thought, okay, Dungeon Family, Andre 3000, conscious, but hey, he wanted the bag too. And you know what? Look, let me just say this. Everybody's got a right to make their own decisions, just factually. You got a right to make your own decision, and I got a right to have an opinion about that decision, right? But again, there's no justifiable reason for any black person anywhere on the planet singing that song for any reason whatsoever. Now, I'm going to put this in perspective for you, right? Because I don't want to just say there's no reason, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove to you, right, why no other group would ever do this. So we're going to take that same third stanza, okay? Now here's the original, right? No refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. Now let's say Israel, okay, the Jewish state, Israel, they had a national anthem. And it was this particular verbiage that was used. No refuge could save the kike and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom or of the grave. Or let's take Mexico, right? Another good example. If Mexico's national anthem included this verse, no refuge could save the wetback, right, or spick and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. All right. Now, let's go to China because I want to make sure that I give at least 2 or 3 examples. If China's national anthem included a verse that said, "No refuge can save the chink and slave," okay, from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave, nobody for any reason, okay, in any of those countries or communities would be singing that damn song under any circumstances. Yet, here we are, black people in America, singing the song. Why? It's absurd to me. Why do we have such a hard time fighting our oppressors' weapons, right? Why? And I know we love, and let's be honest, it's vanity, right? It's vanity. Like I saw, it was at the Pacquiao Adrian Bronner fight, Shanice, right? I mean, of course, she was vocally gifted, and she just went over the top with the vocal gymnastics of the song, and we just like the sound of it. I get it. But it's a racist song, right? It would be the same if we found out somehow that Happy Birthday had a racist beginning or origin. Yeah, we got used to singing it. It's a very simple song. It sends the message, but we'd have to figure out another song, right? We'd have to figure out something else. All right? And again, if you want to do it, it's your right if you want to. But don't make excuses. Don't make excuses about, well, I'm going to use it as a platform to send a message to the world about black people and pro-black and we are and who we are. People listening to that national anthem around the world, they don't care. The only people that care about the national anthem is people in America. You ever watched a, excuse me, a hockey game and the opponent sings their national anthem and then the home team, they have their national anthem sung, or even at a boxing match? You know, I don't know the lyrics to those songs of the other person's national anthem. So when they say, well, we want to show the world, you're not showing the world. It's Americans that you're showing. So please rethink your logic. And like I said, if this was the Jewish community, they wouldn't even dare ask. They wouldn't go and find what's a Jewish singer. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Female. But anyway, they would not go and ask a female or a male Jewish singer, okay, to sing a Jewish or a song that put down Jewish people. It wouldn't happen. So we have got to stop being on the fence, right, when it comes to this. This is not the land of the free, okay? It is not the home of the brave, at least not for black people, okay? It is the land of racism, oppression, and slavery as an institution, okay? So F the Star Spangled Banner. Like, for real, F the Star Spangled Banner. Or national anthem and everything it stands for. And F you if you like singing the national anthem. We got to deprogram ourselves. Okay? We got to stop it. You know, it's only leading, and only thing it's going to do, one, is an insult to Kaepernick, okay, who sacrificed his entire career so that he could send a message to the world. That's sending a message to the world, right, about police brutality, right, and social justice. He took a knee. And we can't even stand unified with the brother. You know, black people still watching football. I was out over the weekend, public, place, had the football game on, and I'm telling you, it was 80% of the people in there were black. Screaming at the TV, right? Watching the game. And I was so uncomfortable. I had to leave. Like, really, I was that uncomfortable. Like, I can't do this, right? And Barbara Streisand, that's who I was trying to remember earlier. No, they wouldn't ask Barbara Streisand to sing a Jewish song, right, with a Jewish insult, right, or racial epithet. So anyway, back to the outing where I was in public, and I'm looking at them like, wow, you really don't get it, right? But it's a lot of sleep, not woke, black folk, right? And cool. We all wake up at different times. We all get there at different times. I get that. I really do. But that doesn't mean you don't need to hear this, right? The national anthem, Star Spangled Banner, should be off limits to any black voice. I don't care how much money. I don't care the audience. I don't care if you're singing to all 8 billion people on the planet. Your humanity and people writing about your death and murder and oppression should not be for sale, right? That part of it, I don't care. That's a history in America. Oppression, death, murder of black people. And black people should not be singing something that was written specifically by white people, white men in particular, celebrating your death, threatening your death. So, needless to say, I won't be watching the Super Bowl, won't be watching the NFL ever again. Kaepernick needs a job, sign him, then I'll consider it. I know they don't care. I know that, but that's okay. I do, right? And if I'm the only person, the only voice in a sea of a million people screaming this to the top of my lungs, I am perfectly fine with that. If there's only one other person listening, one other person viewing, or one other person that hears the message, you know what? That's fine. Because that one person can tell another person. But we got to do better. You know, and as I said before, like, we could disagree on a lot, right? We're not going to all be on the same page across the board. I get that, right? That's just the human experience. But as far as black people go, this should be seen as like lynching, on the same page level as lynching. Ain't no black person going to show up to see another black person get lynched. We ain't going to let that shit fly, right? And to me, this is the same type of foolishness in this song. It is murder, right? It is intimidation. It's the same thing. And just because you put it to music, right, does not mean it is okay. All right. So I had to get that off my chest. I know you guys got your thoughts and opinions, and that's cool. You can, hit subscribe, please, on the YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. You can follow We Ain't Scared Talk on IG. If you have an additional thoughts, you can send an email, weain'tscaredtalk@gmail.com. And I appreciate everyone checking it out. I appreciate you listening. You got some good food for thought. My name is A1, and we ain't scared.